All right, and we're back with the second tiebreaker of the night. So we have the recently won 32nd IS against the 501st fighting for the second seed.
Oh, that's what's happening? That's hype, bro.
Oh yeah.
I
So
wasn't even tracking. Thank
yeah,
you.
so the first game was the tiebreaker basically playing for third seed. So since the free agents lost, they are now fourth seed, and whoever
Correct.
wins this game will be second, and the loser gets third seed.
That is hype. I like that.
Wow, they are drafting very quick, and the karma comes in, and I am already hurting a little on the inside because I absolutely hate karma. I ban it every single game I play, especially if with the 501st is going to be, oh, let's play karma mid and just buff whatever carry Porter plays. I guarantee that's exactly what's going.
Karma's always annoying to play against. She's just like in such a solid state right now, man. Like it's really good.
Oh man, are we seeing the Twitch brand run back? I mean, it worked last game.
I don't think that's
Okay,
blind pickable, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm making a public service announcement right now. Stop banning Porter Sejuani. He is not going to play it. He has said it numerous times that he is not playing Sejuani,
It's
and
the
everybody
IGN,
just
bro.
keeps
They say
banning it.
Sejuani's flail, and they're like, we have to ban Sejuani.
He is not gonna play it. It is a wasted ban
Why is he not going to play it?
because he thinks she's. I mean, he
Say
thinks,
it.
but
Say
he's
it with your
right.
chest.
She's terrible right now. She's not a good champion right.
That's not the reason.
Okay,
But you're being nice, so okay.
maybe it's because he's out of practice with it. But
There we go. Same thing with Cassiopeia and DZ. Nah, just kidding. You're actually pop off on Cass. I hate your Cassiopeia,
I
especially
could
when you
okay,
play
not,
bot lane as
dude.
ADC. I hate it. I hate
I
it.
have like 2 million mastery on her. I could not play her for a decade and come back and still body y'all. I'm not even
I
playing with y'all.
didn't. I didn't say.
Don't
I
play
didn't
with
say
me.
you in it.
Don't
Oh
play with
man,
me. I'll
that's
play Cassio
already the
support.
power first comp is disgusting, especially with Shen Karma.
okay. Can we make sure Wasdo doesn't get any kills this game so we can be tied for first in kills in the league?
Oh yeah, that's Wasdo and Jinx, huh? That's gonna be
Oh, that's gonna be.
oof.
Well, I don't
I'm
think
excited.
tiebreakers count for regular season because it's just a one-off. Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to our other production manager that does stats. You just have to ask him politely.
Hey, production manager, don't count this.
Also joining the booth is Rondell from the 34th IS.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome.
Oh, we got the
Speak to you
Gwen
guys.
pick too. I like that.
Ooh, okay.
Yubi's Gwen is
Goes
very,
hard.
very strong.
It goes hard.
Why doesn't Yubi play ranked? He should play more ranked, bro.
It's the same reason as me.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
got
tell
you.
you exactly why UB doesn't play ranked because he put like
Go on.
40,000 hours into Dota 2 and he just doesn't have the energy anymore.
And
Dota 2 sucked all of his soul, bro. It's done.
he's an Osu gamer as well.
You said he's an Osu gamer?
We did confirm that today. He is an Osu player.
Oh, that's why he wanted to play earlier.
So wait, as someone who hasn't watched either team very much, can you guys tell me what to like look out for, like player wise? Is
Yeah,
anyone playing anything that they're like really good at?
um so as of right now it looks like the 501st, they still haven't picked their jungler yet, and the 501st does typically play around jungle slash ADC carry, so we can already see with the Karma Shen they're kind of setting it up. So
Okay.
usually the big source of like the carry damage from the 501st is their ADC and their jungler.
Mm.
So we're
So,
gonna, and the 32nd is usually pretty split depending on who their top laner. Yubi is usually the most consistent, like gets a lot of gold and can carry, but their mid laner and ADC aren't any slouches either.
Also, good pickup because Greavy does play Vi, so they took that away from Sejuani's Flail, as well as banning the Xin Zhao and the Nocturne. So they're forcing him to play on a champion that he's uncomfortable with, and will lock Leona, so they'll give him a little extra time to think about what he wants for his jungle pick.
A jungler like me would pick Belveth here 100%. I don't know if Porter plays Belveth, but I think it's a strong pick here.
Nah, let him play Lee Sin.
Not everyone can have a champ ocean like you, Tyler.
I'm
Relax,
sorry.
bro.
Give him,
Relax,
you know
man.
what? You know what? If they gave him Kane right here, that would be, that'd be gross. Rek'Sai. Okay, so
Rek'Sai?
Rek'Sai did get some buffs.
Right, but
Yeah,
like,
Recently.
no,
does
I
Adam
wouldn't.
have time on Rek'Sai?
He has been practicing it, but I don't know if Rek'Sai. So Rek'Sai did get. I wouldn't call them buffs. I would call them more so changes to
Oh,
It's like
make
a
yeah,
her
mini
more.
adjustment, like a rework
Yeah,
almost.
so they basically changed Rek'Sai from like an assassin to like a bruiser assassin to more of like a team fighting utility jungler. So I think they're really gonna try and put all of this on Wasso to carry.
Mid, let's go.
Oh, GURPS.
What would you want him to pick here? Silas? Because you already have AP.
Silas does go hard. I just don't think he wants to deal with the Karma mid.
What if he picks Swain here? Would that be better?
I mean, Tristana would have been fine too. Oh, they banned Tristana. Okay.
Yeah.
I
The other
don't
two
know.
options I could see him picking would be Swain or Yone. That'd be his only two options. But I think the other reason he's doing Malphite 2 is to have some type of frontline disengage or engage tool with the Vi. I think that's
I
probably
think
the
it's
reason why.
actually not a bad pick. I just think that he will hate life against Karma.
Mm-hmm. And one person who hates playing against it is UB. So it's kind of interesting that he's going to pick in the mid lane because usually UB sees that in the top lane against him whenever he plays Yone or any top lane champion. So he's probably a little bit happy that it's actually on his team for once and not against it. But as we look from the 501st, right? If Jinx gets shut down early, who else is their damage source besides Karma? Like, is that it?
AD
I
Leona
mean,
with Triforce.
don't
Oh, yeah,
sleep
true.
on Shen damage.
I mean,
I
say
don't know
that's
how many games I played
that's
with.
saying that everything goes perfect as well. Like I've
True.
seen a couple of these matches, and it seems like nothing ever goes how they really want it to.
And I
That is
100%
true.
believe 501st will invade level 1. Based on tempo and match history, I think they will invade level 1.
I hope so. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, Porter loves invading. Even in solo queue, Porter is spam pinging his team to invade the jungle. Like, and I'm pretty sure with a Shen, Leona, Karma, and
Rex, yeah.
Rek'Sai, they are going definitely want to invade here, especially with the new changes. So one of the biggest changes Rek'Sai got that made them decide to like limit her damage is that her knocks out multiple champions again. So it's not just
Oh,
one
yeah, that's
champion that
right.
can
Yeah,
be
oh,
knocked
that's
out.
right. I forgot. Yeah, that'd be really
Yep.
good.
That was a big change for her.
One champion I am looking very much forward to playing relatively soon is Skarner Jungle. I love the way his new kit looks. I love the way the design team did a fantastic job, and he's actually impactful.
I
So
thought that was just the VGU right
I
now.
am not gonna lie to
no,
you. I did not know
it's
Skarner was
changed
getting reworked.
everything. So if you
When is
haven't
that
seen it,
projected to release?
I believe the next patch. It is live on
Oh,
PvE right
jeez.
now.
Oh my god.
So what they've changed is his entire kit has been redone outside of his ultimate, but they slightly improved his ultimate for a better quality of life. So instead of Q doing extra damage and next auto attack, you pick up a rock and you can auto with said rock 3 times. It deals extra damage, and they changed his passive. There's no more spires. Every 3 auto attacks applies a max health percentage debuff.
Thank god he has
So
an actual passive.
yes. So every third auto attack, it's basically PTA, right? Like, oh, Mordekaiser 3-hit. You know, yeah, you can make all those memes all you want. Oh, another 3-hit champion, but he hits someone 3 times, and it's a way to deal with tanks. He applies a debuff that the more max health you have, the more damage it deals. It's 2.5. I think it's 2.5% max health.
I'm gonna be honest. The Skarner faithfuls have deserved this rework. That has been the
Yes,
most boring champ for years, man.
I love Skarner. I just unfortunately he's just not that great.
I mean, the
So
Spire minigame was terrible.
it was terrible.
Terrible.
I didn't like playing it because like if you didn't have a Spire, you were so utterly useless. You just sat there and just cried. Like, I'm so glad I'm useless for my team and I'm just AFK and it's a 4v5.
You
Like,
type
it
that in the
was.
middle of a team fight.
I did one time. I literally typed, "Hey guys, I really need spires," and they went, "Just grab them."
Just go get it,
And
bro.
then I looked and I was like, "You're right. Let me grab it," and then grab Scuttle and gank. Like, all right. But
Just
anyways,
win, bro.
yeah, right, pretty much. So after autoing at the rock on the 3rd auto, you can throw the rock with Q, kind of like a Talia rock, right? It will apply the same amount of damage, but it slows them as well. So auto Q throw slows and it applies a debuff. His W doesn't change; it applies a shield around him, and a slow. So that's the one
Whoa!
quality of life.
I just saw his new R, so you can pull
Yeah, hold on,
multiple
let me get there.
people.
Hold on, you're spoiling it. Hold on. So his E is a Scion ultimate that goes through walls. His E
What?
goes through terrain. just like Kane, there is a marker on the ground where he pops out of. But if he takes a champion, he can slam it into the wall and stun them. His R
Jeez.
is not a point and click. Instead, it's a cone. And you can impale up to 3 champions and hold them in place, and they cannot do anything for 2.5 seconds.
That's gonna be reworked.
They said they're not. They wanted that to be changed, and they want it in the game.
Yeah, this champion looks pretty insane.
I don't
I'm
know,
watching
man.
gameplay of it right now.
They had Akali like invis before. He couldn't track it by turrets, and also Pantheon E used to block turret shots. So I think
The reason they wanted his ultimate in a cone was not a point and click. So it's still like they explain like you're not always gonna have three people caught in it. More than likely you'll have two members. But they wanted him to make him more viable for solo queue and comp. So that way they would have a better quality of life for the pro play.
I got a
It's-
question for you guys, if that's all right.
Yeah.
So I haven't played League for very long. I just got into it within like the past maybe 5-6 months.
Mhm.
I've been seeing this Skarner shit everywhere. Like I've seen it on like the launcher. I've seen it on like YouTube. I've seen it like a bunch of different places. Everyone's talking about it. Why is it that important?
Because Skarner's a really old champion and he's been pretty
Oh.
much the same for a while. And he's very niche. Like, usually
Yeah.
the only time you see Skarner being played is if it's somebody who only plays Skarner because they have like
Okay.
a weird scorpion obsession.
So there's a pro caster called Captain Flowers who is a Skarner main.
Yeah.
And Skarner, I believe, was released in like the first or second season. So you're talking like 2011, 2012. His
Oh, shit,
kit
okay, yeah.
has not changed in like 12, 13 years almost. And the reason why it sucks is because you have champions that go invisible, dash over walls, right?
Yeah.
He just runs at you. That's all he has.
He's still running with like the old, I guess, mindset of just like early
Correct.
season.
Yeah,
Like
hit,
yeah.
die, kind of.
Because like he was released when Shyvana was released, the old Udyr was released. Like they just run at you, right?
Yeah.
Run, stun, job done. Like that was the Udyr kit. Now it's a little bit better. The next one on the docket is Shyvana, so she is getting the rework after Skarner.
Mm.
But yeah, Skarner has been useless for
Would you say it's
multiple
more?
seasons.
Would you say it's more exciting for Skarner's patch or the next one?
Oh, I'm just curious when he like obviously right when he gets released, he's gonna be very overtuned. He's gonna be strong.
Mm.
I'm curious after the initial first wave when he's released. That's how some champions do work. They've been very few that have underperformed. I think the only two that underperformed when they were released was Neela, and there was another one that underperformed. I think it was
Syndra.
Rel. Well, I
Syndra,
was talking about.
Oh, wait, guys. What did you say, Tala? Okay.
Oh, we're transitioning. But
So since we
based
have 3 here now, we'll let Zabal do the play-by-play and then we'll color after.
based on comps though, I
This is
hard.
my first game to lose.
I know. It's like I really like 30 seconds comp, but 501st has had experience playing into it. I was wrong before, so I hope I'm wrong again. So I'll choose 501st. Maybe I'll jinx him.
What do you think, Zabal?
I honestly don't know. I think the Blue Knights are still riding the high of their last victory, and they're trying to use that momentum, obviously, to win this tiebreaker. I'm excited.
Okay, if I'm Figgy Smalls here, I am dropping a ward in that tri-bush and running the hell away from it because I would be scared for my life right now.
But surely we walk in.
As somebody that
no
knows nothing
shot.
about comms, I'm gonna choose 30 second. I'm gonna put my bets on that.
I respect it.
$2.
It just $2. I'll do that. It feels good. I don't know what it is. I look at the champion. Something about it like makes me feel good.
I respect that. I mean, a 30-second could easily just gap every lane like they did last game and just win.
I'm saying,
matter
Yeah, that
how
was the
you-
issue last time, no?
I've played with a lot of Malphites that can hold it down.
In front of me before I go to bed. Like this is
That's the nice thing about Malphite is no matter what your skill level is, you can make an impact. Not saying Gerbs isn't like a competent player in the least, but it's just when you're on a champ that's really simple like Malphite, it takes out the thinking about the micro aspect of the game, like how you're playing your champion, and you can just focus on other.
I think
Well, I
Gerbs
feel
is
like
playing the first wave. I think he should let it push into him. He's going to have to worry about crashing it on the third wave, and he doesn't have the wave clear to do that.
Exactly. I'm curious how this Shen Gwen matchup is going to go, just because I feel like Gwen absolutely demolishes Shen, just because she doesn't even have to worry about him blocking anything. Like,
This is
right
a
when,
phaser stun pocket pick, right?
yes.
Yes.
I don't even know if it's a pocket pick at this point. I feel like he plays it almost every game.
Mm.
I mean, he tries to. It just depends if the other team's banning out or not.
What does he usually play?
Well, they did ban it, but like he'll try and go with Kali or LeBlanc, and then
Oh,
if
okay.
those are gone, then it's like, okay, well, what are the other options I can play into based on team comps? Like he is very comfortable on Kali, but that is a big wave, so they will get level 2. And
built
you
up.
mentioned it last game, right? They're not trying to engage; they're just too far back. They understand it, so they didn't step up knowing they have that advantage.
Yeah, they could easily dive here as well. Like,
Mhm.
if well, Porter's playing topside. I think they're gonna
Yeah.
try and shoot down UB early, but he
Yeah.
could have definitely set up a dive here with that massive wave coming in bot lane.
Yep. He was trying to find an angle. He's still hovering. He wants to dive, but I feel like Yubi understands, hey, I'm probably going to be ganked topside, so he's not overextending in the trading. He is just wasting Sejuani's spell time.
Well, the issue is that I don't think there's going to be an angle mid either.
Yeah, and it looks like
it's a Malphite.
yeah, and he gave up because Shen missed the taunt from what it looked like on the minimap.
Yep. So
I
he
mean,
did
it's still-
3 camps to go top, and
It's still early, but I mean, it seems like every lane's just kind of being comfortable with it, like not pushing too far, but just kind of see what they can do.
I mean, Gerbs has to reset here. He has to be careful. He literally has no mana.
What's funny is that I think Adam actually messed up his pathing. I believe that Sejuani's flail actually should have gone to play towards
Mhm.
bot side.
Oh,
Bell,
100%.
the Boulevard's caught out, but yeah, I think you just... Okay.
Getting some good damage on Vi right now, though. Oh,
Yeah,
You get
chasing
the
yeah,
flash
down.
from
had to
Vi.
burn flash. I don't know. So,
Vi
ooh,
might be
That's
back in.
no, that support's gonna be
I-
tough. It's over. It's over. It's over.
We
Gerbs
still
is
have
just-
flash on the Karma. This is such an awkward split fight.
Oh,
yeah, and Gerbs is just trying to be useless with no mana. He's just a giant, literally
Red-
just a rock
Red-
walking
Oh, just
around.
one. Oh
Red's taking
no!
way too
Oh,
much
what?
damage.
Oh,
that was
oh,
tough.
didn't
That was
go off.
tough. That was
No.
tough.
And Z Nasty is just wailing, but he's not. He's caught out now too.
He's gonna
Don't
have to
burn
burn.
the
He's
ghost.
gonna
They
have to
were,
burn.
they were
some,
testing
yeah.
each other, but Red took way more damage than Blue did on that.
Oh, and at the top side, UB burned Ghost and Set Phase of the Stun burned Flash. So outside of the mid lane, everyone burns summoner spells.
I mean, that's huge for UB. Ghost has a way shorter cooldown than Flash, and also Gwen, I feel like, just doesn't really need that extra sum to get in on Shen. So Shen not having Flash here is pretty brutal.
Still 0-0 on the scoreboard. What are we thinking, guys?
I mean, as far as tempo advantage, I think for top lane, as long as we can capitalize on Shen not having Flash, we'll go to him. Jungle, Greavy has the advantage in the mid lane. I would say Bell does because Gerbs has to go back, and Bell still has mana for it. Bot lane, it's the favor for the Pyro first because you look at the CS differential up double 5 minutes in for Wazo.
I mean,
And
it
also-
felt like it felt like it changed with that team fight too, because it seemed like Blue
Mhm.
and Red were both comfortable with each other, just kind of pushing equal. But as soon as that kind of like awkward team fight started, it seemed like Blue kind of lost out on the momentum on that, like lane wise.
100%.
No, I agree completely.
I feel like this is a bad time for bot lane at the 32nd to push, just because they're not going to be able to crash that wave, and they have no sums. So if Porter wasn't topside jungle clearing his wolves right now, it'd be a very
A
free
free
game because
gank
neither
wolf,
of them
yep.
have flash.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't freeze it because they easily could have just let it slow push back into him because they had the numbers advantage or the minion advantage for the side of 5 first, but not a huge deal. 2-1 grubs for the side of 32nd, and yeah, they will get their reset in.
Well, I mean, it seemed like Red also knew that they had kind of the advantage on that encounter, so like they kind of were a little bit more aggressive on that. And I'm wondering if they're gonna do that like more in the game as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like in bot lane, when you're that healthy and you have a big wave like that, you just need to freeze it because, especially because he had double
Yeah.
his CS on his back. Like, he reset for Berserker Greaves and that's fine, but like, you gotta just like stay in until you can get a really big purchase. Like,
A
I just
sneaky
don't think it was
dragon
worth it.
for the 501st. Greavy is on his wolves, not there. And they do have prio for mid and bottom. So, yep, Greavy understands it. Just going to continue to do his camps. And that will be first dragon for the side of the 501st.
It's vision control.
Mm-hmm. But as we're going in 7 minutes, I mean, compared to last game, this is like a complete change in tempo, right? Both teams are making sure not to overextend, feeling each other out. Last game, it was just, I'm going to run at you, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to camp your lane. As Greavy looks, but that's another good ward from Bell to Boulevard, making sure she's safe.
Mid lane is just so hard to gank this season just because of how much
Yes.
they widened the lane. Like,
I think they really need to shrink.
As a mid laner, I think it's a great change. I don't know about you.
oh yeah.
It feels great.
Of course you say that. I can't ult it as Fiddlesticks. I have to flash in every time.
I mean,
This is
Blue's
not
bot
okay.
lane also is not giving anything up either. And they're also being very, like, they push that lane, they backed up, like, they know where to be, like, they're not overextending at all.
Yeah, and also they have their jungler there as well, so even if they do overextend, they know they have Rek'Sai there to cover and counter gank, so they might even be trying to bait it a little bit just because bot lane still does flashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good fight for Shen.
Slow.
It actually worked out pretty well.
I just think it's because of the wave.
Yeah, you be
That was
kind
a
of
pretty big
it a
wave
little
to
bit.
fight into. But this is exactly where he wants to be. Like, he's completely safe.
Yeah, the wave
Yep,
is
and
perfect
he's-
for UB right here.
And
Yeah.
he's zoning
He's
him
got
out.
insane lane on him.
Escape.
He can all in right here. He could have all in right there.
100%.
I think Yubi's just not pulling the trigger. He doesn't actually need to wait
Well,
for
no,
the
but
jungler.
it's
He can
because
go.
Vi's topside. It's a free gank, so that's what they're waiting on.
He doesn't even need to gank, brother. He can just R it right now.
Oh, that's a huge miss to go on, but that's the wrong target. Wazo is trying to get the reset.
Yeah.
I was getting
Good.
with the get excited, but Z Nasty burns Ghost, looking
I think
for
Wazo
Jinx.
can win this.
Z Nasty wanted that kill so bad, but
All
did not
the
have what
shit
it took to
Stand
get that.
United comes out, and they will. That's a huge
Yeah, that's
ultimate.
huge for them.
I think
I
Seth
told you.
Phaser's son understands the assignment, man. Just wreck
Exactly.
the ADC.
Bro, Korn could never.
I mean, on ADC as well, it's all about, like, getting the right target. Like, if you don't target the right person, like, you might as well not target anybody at that point.
Absolutely.
I told you, my blue boy's gonna bring it back.
Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the early kills onto the Jinx. She has 2 assists.
That's okay. She has 82 CS in 9 minutes. She'll be fine.
Yeah, she is up.
She's farming for free.
Man, they're just going in on the chat. Something. Imagine if Corin knew what
Yeah.
Shen already did.
I mean,
Crazy.
we're on an advantage. We're gonna have an advantage. They pushed in. I'm hoping that blue
What is
does
this
the same
Corin
thing.
slander?
I only slander Korn Shen because I've had to play solo queue with it and ask for R so many times and it just not come. And it'll go, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no. It looks like 501st is contesting the second set of grubs.
That's huge for him, and especially Porter too, because I don't think a lot of people know this, and the only reason I do is just because I've been.
Oh, they're gonna
playing
dive
jungle so much.
Jinx. They know Jinx's defenses. There's no Stand United. They want to
She has
collapse on
flash though.
Wazo.
She could possibly outplay it or just run away. Yeah,
Great
that's
awareness by
another option.
Wazo. Just leave, man.
Yeah.
You don't actually
Yeah.
have to ego the dive.
Exactly.
Well played. Great job.
Yep, and they got the ward, so they knew that play was happening.
Ooh, and he ulted to get the cannon. I respect it.
And I mean, yeah, the Leona still hasn't backed yet, so this is another wave. So this is perfect, right? If you know there's a dive setup, don't try to even get CS. You just have to accept this is not my wave. I cannot defend this. I have to just swallow my pride and let them get tower plates and just live.
Yeah, they're not killing that tower. The
So-
last 2 plates are way too tanky.
Also, as a bad league player, I don't know if y'all can explain this to me, but how did bottom lose that advantage? Because I feel like they were kind of like doing pretty
So-
good. Like I feel like they had like good priority there.
The only reason why they lost. Are you talking about blue side spot lane?
Yeah.
So the whole they kind of conceded the advantage for a little bit to prioritize the grubs on the top side of the map, just
Okay.
because it in the long run those grubs are going to make a huge difference for Jinx
Yeah.
because she kills towers so fast. So having that extra true damage on the towers is going to make a big difference. And
Oh,
as
that
you
makes
can
sense,
see,
yeah.
Wazdo is still winning by like 3 waves.
Okay,
On
so
the CS side.
they're still confident that they can hold down their bot lane. Oh, nice. Not
Yeah.
here.
And they get to rotate for the dragon fight. Like, yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
huge for 5-0.
You gotta be careful.
I think
Stand United.
Leona should have pulled the trigger.
Yeah,
Well, I
that
was like,
yeah,
they gotta give this dragon up. You got 4 here, and you have Stand United up. So
I mean,
unless
that team fight was kind of awkward last time. I don't think they want to push.
I don't think you want to. I mean, you Stand United still up on the Shen. They are gonna try and go on Grieve.
This is a very split fight. This does not
Yeah.
look good for 501st.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
man, that's a
big
huge
brand.
brand.
I think they're gonna pull it back with this unless 30 second does something.
Yeah, they're
You
kind
beat-
of.
Bubbles down.
Yeah.
Now.
Yubi!
Yeah, Yubi's gonna capitalize. Yubi's gonna capitalize.
Oh, the snipe
Let's watch
comes
it.
in.
Let's watch it.
Snip, snip. True
Yeah,
damage. You got Ghost. You got
Yubi
Conqueror.
carried that shit. Yubi
Yubi-
carried
Yubi-
that shit.
I thought he was gonna go in under tower.
I thought he was too.
Oh, but
he
he's
might
stuck
die
in
here.
2v1.
Oh, but I say Johnny's gonna try to take
Oh,
that
he-
back.
I was about to
he
say
can
Gurb,
turn
burn
this.
TP,
Let's see
Gurb.
it happen. Let's see it happen.
He got slowed.
Oh,
Tiny tethering spacing?
Oh,
the thing is,
It's the Yubi show.
every single fight with Gwen, she's used her range perfectly. Like she knows exactly where to stay to make those using abilities like annoying as hell.
yeah,
She
his
did
face.
that exactly with that fight too. Like
Yeah,
she was
UB's
baiting as
spacing
well
is
as
really
doing
good.
like
Oh, that's big, and they get Dragon too, because they died early, so they were gonna
that's
reset time.
crazy.
It is
That
the
fight
Yubi
looks
show.
so good for the
She was-
final
Oh my
first.
gosh.
She was baiting and doing damage too.
That
Yeah,
fight looked
UB's
so good for the
insane.
501st. That was crazy. I thought they had. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a wipe, and then the
That was a good fight.
huge brand R just bouncing between targets, getting passive on 3, and yeah, it's just you cannot stack together with brand. You just melt. So, 14 minutes in, while 501st does have 2 kills, it doesn't matter. Gold is tied up. This is what you want in a tiebreaker match. Both these teams deserve to be top 3, and it's showing.
Absolutely. You can tell
mean-
both teams really want it.
Oh yeah.
They're both being extremely careful with each other. Like the spacing is good, the fights are good.
Gribbs has to be careful here. I mean, it's a
Wasto has an item.
Yeah.
Wasto has his item.
Yeah.
Oh, they do see Bell. They don't-
Oh, Grease might be
Karma
dead.
thing.
Oh,
Karma's balanced, guys. Karma is balanced.
yeah.
I hate that
Oh,
It makes sense that utility champion should do so much damage. I like it.
I think 30-second takes this easy.
Oh my gosh.
They
You
just
mean
had the
Battle
first. Which one is blue?
What is
Blue is
wait,
501st.
Oh, yeah, 5 takes this. Sorry, shit.
You're good.
You're fine.
You're good.
You're completely fine.
Yeah,
Brother,
no, like,
can we get
they have
can we
to
get
set
Jinx
up.
kills, please?
No, she doesn't need kills.
That is the win con.
I think that Wasto builds Shirelia's next.
Yeah, might as well at this point.
Is this support?
Oh my goodness, guys, can we please stop building a Kraken Slayer second? This is the 0 DPS Jinx build.
Honestly, 501st seems to play better as a team. Like 30-second, whenever there's a team fight, I feel like the awkward moments tend to come from them being split too much, and then 501st kind of trying to decide who they want to split with who. But I feel like 501st kind of takes that gap easier. than
Also, I
30-second
thought
does.
Greavy was baiting it because he saw Karma walk over a red trinket. So I thought he saw, but I guess not. And
I
unfortunately,
want
dies,
us
'cause
to
he-
not only look at the. Excuse me, Sean. My apologies. I just wanted to mention that while we can look at the gold right now, I think what's more important is to look at the gold spread. If we can see all of the gold is on UV,
On UV.
literally doing a 1v9
True.
hyper carry
That's very true.
versus
Yeah.
the 501st where the gold is more evenly spread.
Yeah, and I mean the Jinx, even though she only has 1 kill, she's only 200 gold behind Yubi. That's not even enough for like the cheapest item. So it's a lot more even than it looks just looking at the kill spread.
I mean, I've seen the hyper carry work out sometimes. So like, I mean, that Yubi carried that last fight. If she can carry another team fight again, like that might turn the tides a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, really,
Great
all
awareness by
32nd has
Yubi,
to
man.
do is kill the Jinx, and then, I mean, that's basically a lost fight for the 501st.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if they understand the assignment in the heat of the moment. We all know how that can go.
And Karma
can be
makes so
hard.
much fun. I get to throw a Q, I get to run away and use heal and slow you down. Man, I look at that champion. So much fun.
It's very balanced. Very,
Very
balanced.
interactive. Yeah, look at that damage.
Look
The
at the
Lignance
balance.
is a cool item.
Oh, that was a good thought.
So they do trade Rift for the 1 kill. Kill does go over to Jinx, so it's helping. Piggy Small's going to get this wave, try and protect it. There's going to be Tokyo Drift into the mid tower. We'll crash it. They will get this mid tower, get excited. We'll go for Jinx. They will back up. So Rift and a tower in order for 1 kill.
Yo, could this be a Terminus build on Jinx second item? I would respect it.
Further front to back. I can
Yeah.
see it. I can
Yeah,
see
I
it
can see
absolutely.
that. I can see that.
As long as it's literally any item but Kraken
Other than
Slayer,
Kraken
I will be
Slayer?
happy. That item is so bad now.
It's not great. Like, who would you even build it on? Like, maybe the Wind Brothers?
Yeah, it's decent
Yeah,
on like, it's still good on Bel'Veth too,
And
like,
Viego.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Viego.
That
yeah,
makes
it's
sense
pretty-
because the on hit.
But it's just not
Then-
worth it on Jinx.
Nah. I was gonna say Master E as well, but like Master E is like
The
Hmm.
best Jinx world goes Shiv Kraken, apparently, Tyler. You don't know
Really?
anything.
I don't care. I'm the best Jinx world, actually, and I don't go that.
Heard. I won't trust the challenger, player. All right,
You
drop
wouldn't
open
trust-
these right now.
You wouldn't trust first place KDA in the Fort Meade League over
Show
a
me
challenger
OPV,
player?
I'll show you mine.
No, I mean Kraken's fine, but it's just like you really need like at least 4 items for it to really be useful.
Also, to counter that, have you seen Irel King's build lately on Aurelia? It's like, it's not great. He builds like shield bow and stuff when shield bow is not a great item for bruisers. So they could be challenger in
Oh, they
macro
flash
and
on
micro,
Biggie. But Sejuani's players engaging on him. They get punished.
Yeah.
but that's good engage.
I don't know if Wazo can get the cleanup here. It's gonna be huge.
Oh, Z
gotta
Nasty
tap
spray
it.
and pray. Wazdo's by
Oh my-
himself. I mean, he's just dead. They overplayed their hand. Sejuani's
happened?
player wanted to get Brand, burn the flash, but there's no Stand United. He never used it. The entire time Stand United was up, he never used it.
Well, I think
It-
something strange happened with Wazda, almost like he DC'd. He just literally stood in place and didn't even attempt to DPS.
I was gonna say, do you think he knew he was dead and he was just trying to get a little bit more CS before he died?
Was that what?
I think
that-
because he was attacking minion.
He was.
He was
Okay.
He might have been trying to get like a little bit of
Sure.
CS before he died. Cause like
maybe he was A clicking and he was just closer to the minions and he didn't have the
Maybe it was a
target
panic
chance only
phase
on.
because
I mean,
Z
yeah, 'cause-
kind of went in, man.
Yeah.
well, cause I don't think he escapes because he burned both Ghost and Flash. So even if Jinx burns Flash, like he's just gonna auto him to death still.
I mean, I've said it before. Like a lot of these team fights feel like PEMDAS. So, like they're not, multiplying and dividing in the right order. It feels like it feels like they're doing stuff out of order. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It can be hard in like, you have a little bit of pressure knowing that this gets you second seed and you might be overthinking some fights.
And I mean
Especially,
also,
like-
yeah, flashing the jungler for the support too. Like that, I think having the Rek'Sai alive for your front line is huge compared to a Brand that can just hit R and live.
Oh,
Biggie, no.
looks like it's
Oh,
gonna
he's-
be a pick here. Yeah.
I think we
Yeah,
have to
he's just
give
dead.
Leona CC next time. He is dead, but I would have liked to see Leona lead with her ultimate first.
Oh, it worked out. Oh, the
Pray and
Twitch
Pray
doing some
coming out.
damage.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was gonna hold it, but
Very light
Yes.
damage, but
yeah, I guess he thought that like maybe I can get 1 kill here. Gravy does steal his red back. He's caught out. Sejuani's flail's caught
Yeah,
out.
Sejuani's caught.
Denies it. Yep, another.
Yubi's
the
gonna
Stand
make
United
it.
finally
but it
comes
doesn't.
in. Might be.
Shen's dead hero. You just brought Shen to a death
Oh.
team fight.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Yubi
this-
goes down.
Yeah,
Oh.
you.
Wazdo's dead. I think Wazdo might die here though. Leona goes in, a double kill, and Phaser's stun is called out. Shen died. That's a 8 for 32. 1 4-4. I mean, well, Figgy died early. It doesn't matter. They essentially won that fight 3v5.
I hate to say it again, but it was PEMDAS. It's out of order. Like if you do it out of order, that's it. You
And
can't
we're
do
just showing
it
the
gotta
replay
replay
from the
from the
last
last
game. Yeah.
Let's
I like
remind
this replay.
everybody of how they got here.
Yeah, this is how it happened last game. This was their tempo advantage.
This was a good fight that happened for sure. This was a fight of all time.
But
The
I mean,
Baron
we.
does go the way of the Blue Knights.
Oh, so Ryan's Flail wants this. He's angry. He's very angry, but he might die here for it. Yeah.
I don't know if
I
that's
don't know
worth
if
it.
that's
It's not.
worth.
You again. I think he's a little bit tilted.
No, he definitely just tried to steal Baron, but since he was already there, he's like, let me just get my
No,
consolation prize
that's
for.
my copium. That's my copium.
Yeah.
I think what I've seen from Sejuani's flail is that he's very comfortable trading 1-for-1, knowing that it gets himself ahead.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he does.
I'll say it was a 5k gold swing tempo, by the way. Oh, Bell's getting hit again with
I mean,
Snip
maybe
coming
it's still
out.
scary. Just
dead.
because he died once doesn't mean that you can stay in lane with him. I don't think anyone can check him right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's the Malphite damage. Look at the tank fight. He's got Fimbulwinter, you know, he's got Sunfire. He's got not Merc Treads. Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
Tabbies.
Thank you. He's got Tabbies. You don't win that, Shen.
Well, Shen does do percent health damage.
Do we mean plated steel caps, guys?
Oh yeah, it is plated steel caps. You're right.
Boomer alert for real.
I like to thank
Okay.
the Masters Irelia player.
Alright, but do my real boomers remember when Ninja Tabbies gave you dodge?
Yep.
Yes, actually.
Yes.
Alright, now that the game has gotten to like mid to maybe late, like how are
Herb's
you
a
guys
little bit
feeling
caught
about
out here.
how are you guys feeling about the end game now? Who think's gonna win?
I think it's still up
oh,
in
man.
the air. All it
He's
needs
gonna
is
get
a
away.
good fight.
He's gonna get away. Oh, a good ult on
Yeah,
Wazno.
this
is like this.
Too close.
Yeah, this is what I'm
Or
talking about.
forward.
Wazo's gonna get excited here.
Oh shit, they
Jinx
collapsed
gets her
on that with
passive?
that.
That's 900 gold
Onto
for the
Brand.
Jinx.
Other I think
She is ghosted. She wants to chase down
Yeah,
he
he's gonna get the Malphite
collapsed on
too.
that.
onto the Malphite. I don't think you run away from
W?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
the slow 2 is crazy.
It's done. Minigun, by the way.
Oh, oh, you still want to? Hey,
Passive came back.
you still want to tell me Kraken Slayer is a good item? You still want to tell me?
Dude, Malphite turned that to a
the best
boxing
challenger,
match.
the best Jinx in the world, challenger, by the way. Goes
If he
that
had IE, he would have killed him.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Where you at now, Camperino? Where you at now? Show yourself.
If he had
We're in
IE,
there.
if he had IE, he killed him.
Open up.
100%.
Oh no!
It
looks
just
so
Wapso
good.
got too close because essentially just got enough for Gerbs to get 1Q, slows him down, and then just stands over him.
No, I think he just forgot that Kraken Slayer doesn't do true damage anymore.
That's
Oh
crazy.
no! That's crazy.
Sejuani's flail wants
mean-
to steal this.
The
I
range
trust-
toward the end, he could have played a bit safer with that Jinx.
Oh, Z nasty.
I think
collapse on
he
this.
just assumed that Malphite was
He had no vision,
Yeah,
so he had
he
to
had
go
no
and
vision,
burns
he
the
couldn't
flash.
They were delaying it really well there.
I mean, they're gonna
I
try
mean-
the best they can, but it can't do much.
Ooh,
That
almost
Jinx
a
rocket was actually super close.
Yeah. He tried.
Oh,
Oh,
Jinx is-
Yubi, no.
Yeah, you use his W too. He's dead.
I mean, dude, Yubi's feeling real hot. The entire match, Yubi's been hot.
How do you get out of that?
No.
Wazo's playing
Greatest
Oh,
super
man, that face
scared.
was, that's an interesting Shen TP.
I don't get why Wazdo didn't play that more aggressively. You saw Malphite use R and Yubi's W was down.
I don't think Blue can afford them. Like,
I don't think he felt comfortable with his lack of summoners.
Okay, keep saying blue. Blue, like 501st or blue Knights?
Oh yeah, sorry, I keep mixing up. Yeah, I don't think they feel confident.
Clarity, just for clarity.
I'm confusing myself at this point, to be honest.
You're kind of done just for
I will
clarity.
first Blue Knights and 32.
I look at the screen and then
skill gap.
I look at the screen and then I look up top and it says blue and I'm like, ah, of course, blue for sure.
We just need to put the 30-second on blue side every single game to avoid.
I'm
You know what?
saying,
I'll do
it's-
that. You know.
It's false advertising any other way.
Or just put them on purple side.
But no, I
Yeah.
feel like, I mean,
Turn on
especially
colorblind mode.
especially
Right.
especially this far into your matches, I don't think you want to like overextend, and especially like I feel like the moment that you start feeling like you're kind of OP and like you can kind of roll anybody, that's the moment when the other team can kind of turn the match over.
Well, I
Well,
think
that's
that's the difficulty in League of Legends, if I can speak to it. You can't just sit in five-man death ball permanently for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
People need to manage waves. For example, you see UB topside here. He has Vi hovering, but that's it. What you can do to combat this is send 4 topside to try and take down the Gwen.
I'll say because Gwen's been feeling herself the whole fucking match. Like, I
Yep.
mean, even in that last fight, Gwen should not have gotten out of that, and she did.
I wasn't
And I
gonna say
think-
the. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
I'll say that's not only gonna like make the Gwen feel better about herself, but it's also gonna demoralize the hell out of everybody else.
Well, mental warfare is actually a thing. Absolutely.
It is, for
League is
sure.
very, very much so a mental game.
They're gonna try and collapse on Yubi here, but they have backup from the jungle, so.
Guys, I
That
think Gwen has
phasers-
damage.
oh my! Look at that damage. Why?
That death cap
I
third
said-
item is going crazy for him.
I said if there's one champion I'd move from League, it'd be Gwen or Zoe.
It's a level 16 Gwen, by the way.
Yeah, that's
3 items, scary.
Monka S.
very scary.
Oh, Sejuani's flail goes in, but he's got no flash. He's quite dead. He inted.
That true damage from the snip, snip, snip.
Cosplay.
There,
I was gonna say is from the 501st, what is their engage? It has to be Rek'Sai, Leona, or Shen, but Shen doesn't really have the item advantage to protect against Gwen.
I don't
Holy.
know. I don't know if Eclipse is the build second. I really don't.
it's a
Just-
strong. It's strong.
It's,
like
it's strong.
Sundered Sky and Eclipse, like sync very well together, but you kind of need to like have
But
the
you're getting at the front
advantage
line
early.
here, like you're the beef. Like you have
Yeah,
to.
like no. So I think those 2 items are fine, but not going full like maybe like a Spirit Passage or something. Third item is what's kind of hindering him right here.
Also, the one thing I want to mention too is because of that fight that happened in the mid lane where they overchased and just barely Wasdo dying, that allowed Yubi to get tier 3 and inhib bot. So now someone has to deal with that bot wave. Because of that, they were able to get vision control around Baron. That allowed him to kill Sejuani's flail. Now Yubi is topside. Dragon's up in a minute 10. So it's, do we try and stop Dragon Soul? Or do we just let Yubi run over the map and end the game? This is how you play tempo advantage, and this is how you push your lead and snowball it. You play at your own tempo, and you make them force mistakes.
So, and I have a question off of that.
Yeah.
So you guys have said that like because UB is so built at this point, the only thing that they can do is try to force stack against UB. Oh,
Which is 3
Oh,
seconds
that's a
or
dash
two.
on a bell.
now, oh shit, dude! If she escapes,
Yeah, look
this,
at
I
that, Galen.
swear,
Barely.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
But
rip-
now that
what do you
opens up
guys-
the map, though.
Where?
Sejuani's flail's trying to do damage here, but they see where he's at, and they're just gonna instantly go on him. There's no protection.
Okay, yeah. Jeez.
Reset for the Twitch, but again, your engage is down. Wasdo steps up.
Yeah.
He's gonna die. This could be game. They have the tempo. Yubi's
Why
alive.
did they
This
push
could be
that far
game.
in? Why did they push that far in?
It's because they were trying to kill Twitch. Sejuani's flail couldn't. He flashed out, and at that point, there's nothing left. You still have it engaged, and at that point, it's done. You balance
Yeah.
flash, try to kill Yubi, and they just won off
That's
that.
a crazy game.
Again, they
It was
played it at the
tiebreaker.
tempo. They forced a mistake. 32 takes it.
Hey, I just want to say from the beginning, I said 32.
You did, yeah. You,
I
sometimes you just
I expect $2 in my PayPal
I'm sending you
tonight.
$2. I'm sending you $2. I got you.
sometimes the vibes is all you need to make the
Dude,
correct
I'm
decision.
saying, dude, it felt good. I don't know what it was, but it felt good.
So, I have 2 players that I would like to pull. It's either Yubi or Z Nasty.
Yubi went crazy. Yubi was playing way out of her team today.
So,
like-
you guys nominate Yubi then?
Let's bring you.
Okay. Yubi.
UB.
Hey, yo, whoa, this is my first interview of the season. Let's go!
I know
it
he's
is.
hyped after that
Is
one.
he really?
I know you're hyped after
Yeah.
that one, man.
Wait,
It is actually.
I don't think this mic can capture all the emotion of my voice. One second. Back to.
Dude, your range that match was
Quit!
crazy. Like you,
No!
You knew exactly where to be. You knew your exact range. That shit was crazy.
Dude, okay, so I wasn't as dominant in lane this time because I spent so much time staring at my team
But you
more
took
than
team
actually.
fights though. That's the thing.
Yeah, because I needed to keep up with Shen because Shen has R, I don't, right? I have to make sure I get there before him in every fight. I have to make sure I'm there, and I have to make sure I make use of pressure if they're not stopping me. Man, my team fucking played out of their mind both games, 501st and this game. Like honestly, I did a lot, sure, but Z Nasty with the Twitch tonight, fucking crazy. Like
Yeah, Z
Well,
Hold on,
Nasty
Newbie.
went
Hold
off.
on. If I can
this
say
is
something,
I,
if I can say something, what was what was going through your mind when you had all of the gold and your team was
Karma
severely
damage is
behind?
crazy though.
when I had all the gold, I was thinking, man, I really hope this isn't a repeat of game one where I also solo carried on Gwen. But I'm glad no, it wasn't like that because Z Nasty clutched it up. The Malphite pick was fucking phenomenal. We were doubting
well,
it at first, and then we saw what they picked for their fourth and fifth, and then the Malphite was solid at that point.
well, because during those team fights as well, like we kept saying that like the team fights felt really awkward with both teams. Like it kept being like split team
Split, very
fights. Like
split.
it,
Yeah.
it felt like no like certain teams couldn't choose who to focus on. Did you have anybody that like you felt that you could like as soon as you saw them you're like, oh, we got this, or like did you gravitate towards like any kind of like side, or do you have any thoughts during that?
So when it comes to team fights, we were a little bit messy. We weren't as coordinated, especially at that first dragon fight where I just TP'd
Mm,
in the middle of them. We were slightly messy. Um, but then we eventually realized that the split kind of fight is actually kind of what we might be looking for. Because if we're
mm.
too grouped up, the Jinx will get like excited and she'll get like a rocket AoEs off, and the Karma will have like value on her mantra. Um, so we decide. So ultimately, we just played those fights as messily as we can, and we played primarily for split and pressure more than actually figuring out how to work fives. Because as well shown, their five is stronger than ours, but our split is amazingly powerful compared to theirs.
Way better.
Uh, I'm still shouting out my boy Z Nasty. This was the Twitch reveal here, and the Twitch went hard.
It
Right?
really did.
So you're saying have the Twitch be permabanned?
If they want, because I'm not gonna lie, I love Wazo. Wazo is gonna be the ADC for my next season. Right now, he is probably the best ADC I've seen in this league. But Z Nasty showed up tonight. I'm not gonna lie, he fucking showed up tonight, and like in my heart, he took one for this season. Wazo, I love you, my guy, but fucking that Twitch went hard.
I mean,
Newbie with the 1v9 performance for real.
it seemed like your whole team knew how to push off of you as well. Because like there were a couple of times I thought I was like, Yubi has gotten a lot of kills, right? Like she's doing really well in her lane. She's gonna be really feeling herself, and she might make a mistake because of that. Because like I've seen it too many times. But at the same time, like during those team fights, your team knew exactly when and where to like push off of your plays, and that felt really good. Like, what do you think about that?
I think we learned from our mistakes, and I don't get a chance to say that often with one because I don't get interviews, but two, we don't really review our lost games, which is a big like bad thing on our side. And I like I'm sorry, but my team generally doesn't review losses. But I think tonight we got a hype speech from Odell. By the way, this guy came in and he hyped us the fuck up. We had a morale buff, we had a momentum buff, and we were loud. We were communicating. We were solid with the macro. Like in that mid game, we fucking went out of our way to like position an ideal moment to stack waves and move together as a unit. No, there was no stray movement. No one got caught out of position in both games. Morale was high, comms were high. We didn't let our advantages that game get to our head. We tried our goal that game more so than winning was to not throw, because that's how we would lose that by
I mean, hey, thanks to your guys' gameplay, you earned me $2, so I appreciate that one.
big dubs.
Yeah, I bet on you guys from the beginning. I was like, I don't know what it is about this team, but something feels good.
Nice. Glad to know that we have a believer.
Besides the results, I will say clearly free agents 501st and 32nd. This is why all these three teams were even in the records. any game can be easily taken off of it. These are the last times we do best of ones. So the next time these two teams play each other in a best of 3, right, can easily start 1-0 and easily turn the series around and then come back 2-1. These are not the last time we see these teams. It's a double elim for playoffs. So even if, let's say Fire First comes back and beats 32nd 2-0 2-1, they can still match later on in the lower bracket. And I 100% will say this, both of these teams we will see more than likely at the quarter or semifinals. At the very minimum, if not the
Both
finals.
both teams' early game was fantastic. Like it was really touch and go. Like for at least quarter to half, like half the match. It really was like one thing happened and that kind of like snowballed the game, and it was whoever could respond to that better. I'm really excited to see both teams, to be honest. Like both teams played amazingly in the beginning. Like it was really equal.
Let me show some love to the enemy team here before we end it off, if you guys don't mind, because like at the end of it all, this for a fun league, and I love the File First, right?
You're going to the next split.
Yeah, I'm going to their team next split. I PCA to their unit, and honestly, like these guys have a great vibe. I've been really enjoying my time with them so far. I'm like about a month and a half in. In terms of gameplay, set phases are stun. Ever since game 1 where he first played into my Gwen has made massive improvements. This guy, because I remember in the first game, I no, like not to be rude, but absolutely rolled him. But this game, he played well. I didn't get solo kills on him ever, and he was keeping up in CS as well. He has improved significantly since the first time I played him. He is definitely a much stronger player than beginning season. And Bella the Boulevard, she's going wild. She was going wild that game too. Honestly, like her roams onto our team. Our early game was looking rough. Five First was taking it all early game. They got the dragons. They were getting a good prio on grubs, but these guys were like really giving it to us early game. It only until mid game did we turn it around with our team fight, especially that coin flip dragon. Did we actually pull ourselves into the lead? But the Five First is a very solid team. Um, I respect them all very much. Wazdo is still probably going to be my favorite ADC player, even though Z Nasty did perform tonight and is currently looking to be the powerhouse down there.
Hey, Yubi, can I just say one thing?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Congrats on second place, bud.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, so seedings have finalized, and I'm gonna shake out the first 4 playoff matches for the upper bracket round 1. This next Tuesday, 26th March at 6 o'clock. The first place team, the Juggernauts, the 29th IS Troll Kings, will be taking on the 8th seed, the 41st IS Vikings. On Thursday, 28th March at 7 o'clock, you have the second playoff series, the 867th Hawks. 5th seed taking on the 4th seed, which we just saw tonight, FA Free Agents, Secret Agents. And finally, wrapping it up on Friday, 29th March, you will have the third series at 7 o'clock. That will be the other team that played tonight, the 501st Large Skill Gap third seed, taking on the 6th seed joint team, Maritime Vanguard. We will not see the 34th Ducks or the 32nd Blue Knights. They will play on, excuse me, on 02 April, I believe, but I'll double check that. But for right now, please join us back on next Tuesday at 6 o'clock for the beginning of the FMC Season 3 playoffs. I hope everyone has a great weekend and a fantastic Saturday, even though it's supposed to rain. So hopefully, find something indoors. But otherwise, everyone have a great night, and we'll see you all next Tuesday, 26th March, for the beginning of our playoffs.
Don't forget, bring Dawson to your fights.